Hey, what's going on, you guys? How are you? Can everybody see me okay? I hope so. I just hope everybody's having a good Thursday evening. It is 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Atlanta, and it's wine time. So hopefully you get a chance to grab your favorite beverage of choice and sit down and join me for our team hair growth. This is going to be a good one. So we're going to be talking about doctors tonight, okay? And so when you do jump on, if you don't mind, just give me a shout out, give me a wave, let me know that you're there, because I know that some of the new people that we have on board are going to be jumping on, and I'd love to hear a little something from you. So if you are just jumping on, please let me know, and we will get started here in a minute. But I'm going to just kind of shoot a little time. Well, there's Mr. Marcus Walker. What's going on? Woohoo is right. You guys, Marcus, very excited to have him on board, is going to be having a launch this Saturday in Fairhope. His team is already pretty much on fire, Marcus. I'm pretty impressed. You guys have gone from 0 members to about 6 in about 2 weeks. So we are going to be doing a launch in Fairhope, Alabama. It's a neat little town down there on the water, beautiful by Mobile. Marcus is really excited about the opportunity with Monat. My wonderful mother is also on his team. Sally Holland is another person on the team, as well as Dr. Charles Runnels. And for some of you that saw my Facebook Live on my personal page today, Dr. Runnels is the inventor of the Vampire Facelift, the Vampire Facial, also PRP for hair. And we're going to talk a little bit about doctors tonight. And we've got some great ones. I hope that you guys had a chance to take a look at our page earlier and to look at I posted a video earlier with Dr. Edmund Griffin, and Dr. Griffin is probably one of the premier hair restoration dermatologists, I would say, in the country. I've known him for about 20 years. He is a 35-year hair restoration surgeon, and he is in Atlanta. And so he is one of those doctors that I always look to, who's ahead of the curve in everything. You know, there's always some people that are way ahead. Dr. Runnels is another one. They are willing to go out on the edge, sometimes to, possible detriment of reputation. But in the end game, they always end up getting huge respect, because you gotta be a little bit outside the box thinker to make a difference in medicine. Unfortunately, it's such a closed-minded field sometimes, and so it's nice to have forward-thinking physicians on our team, and that's going to be important for you guys when you're talking to doctors. Give me a shout out. All right, Jessica, got you on. Terry Mullen, Nicole. Hey, Terry, how are you doing? You guys, Terry is just cranking out a wonderful team in Atlanta and beyond. She's got some people down there in St. Simon's Island and DC and Austin, Texas. So it's so much fun to watch this team spread across the country. Hey, Laura, how are you doing? You guys, Laura's here in Atlanta and St. Simon. And Laura's actually on Renee's team. And so she and Terry, what's so cool, you guys, even if we aren't immediately in somebody's downline, we always want to help each other, partner up when you are in respective cities too, and cross-pollinate and help each other. Because if we can get the word out more about Monat quicker, it makes a huge difference. Because when I first started, which was a little over a year ago, not many people had heard of Monat. Still a lot of people don't know about Monat. But it's a lot better now, because people are like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. And that can make the process for you a little bit easier when you're describing somebody about the product line or about the brand. So it's good that you guys help each other out, get together and partner up. But just related to doctors, Dr. Griffin has been great, because he's the one that I found out about Monat from him. So Dr. Griffin, his nurse, Raquel Johnson, and she is somebody that I contract with. My other business outside of doing this and my medical spa practice that I just sold, I have a consulting business for physician practices, med spas, really anybody that's doing more aesthetic medicine. We do microneedling, which is a little device. And if you go to my Facebook page, you'll actually get to see, I just had it on Facebook Live on Monday. We had a lot of great comments and things, and probably over 3,500 people that have watched it. And it's the microneedling. It's called the Vampire Facial, and that's what Dr. Runnels coined that term, and it's using your own platelet-rich plasma. So those types of practices are what I go in and I help them find ways that they can make more revenue in their practice by bringing these types of procedures to their patients. And most practices or med spas or places that are looking to help people feel good and look good, those are the types of practices that are going to be interested in Monat. Mostly you'll find a lot of times it's cash-based practices, which are great, that are trying to get away from dealing with insurance. And you find hormone function doctors, integrative medicine doctors, but then more on your traditional side, of course, there's dermatologists as well. And we'll talk a little bit about the different types of specialties in a little bit. But what's nice is this is a really unique offering for them because you've got a twofold approach with this. You can go in and help them just offer it as a retail item to their patients or to their clients, or in a better light is to help them see the light of how they can make some residual income. And that might not always be so easy to how do I approach them and talk to them about that, and we'll talk about that as well. And I thought it'd be even better if we bring in a wonderful guest, special guest, Dr. Pam Rathbone. Thank you, Jackie. Jackie said this is so great. She just messaged me, Jacqueline Byram. And you guys, what's nice, Dr. Rathbone, I met her through the microneedling business that I work with, and she is in Portland, Oregon. We have not met in person, but we've done a lot of FaceTime. We'll be bringing her on FaceTime in a minute. And Dr. Rathbone, she is a GYN. She'll tell you about her practice, and she's been doing some of these procedures, but incorporate the Monat early on, and is making a business out of it. And also on our team is Dr. Mari Moon. Dr. Moon is in Jacksonville. I also met her through Dr. Ronald's training, and you guys, she is phenomenal, going gangbusters with Monat. So I love it, Marcus. This is a shout out to Dr. Rathbone. And so what's really great is you guys, doctors are people too. And we're in a time where medicine is in such flux. I was for 20 years, I did medical sales and, sold equipment to help doctors make more revenue. And there's always change in medicine. I mean, we can see what's going on first thing right now with our healthcare system. So, doctors are always looking for some opportunity to, one, help their patients as well as help their business, which in turn is going to help themselves. They are just people just like you. They deal with all the same stresses with raising families, with figuring out how to cover bills. Most of them work long hours. If they're insurance-based doctors, they're really feeling a lot of challenges with just getting paid for a routine, procedure that you'd come in for. I mean, insurance is really tough. So a lot of these doctors have moved away from insurance, and they're looking to do more and more procedures that are going to help their patients look good and feel good. And that's the business that you're in. You're in a great business, wellness-based medicine, however you want to look at it, aesthetic medicine, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, this is what on our head represents self-confidence for a lot of people. And I always tell people, this bottle, what you're selling, and lots of overhead, Marcus said. Yes, doctors have lots of overhead. Medical practices, I know firsthand because I've had one. I know the amount of overhead that it takes. And doctors, they don't go to school to be business people. They go to school to be doctors. So what happens inevitably, a lot of times they get involved in a business and sometimes maybe get an office manager in there that doesn't really know how to run their practice, maybe even takes advantage of the situation. The doctors are just seeing patients. And I've met plenty of doctors that have had a lot of challenges financially, had to file bankruptcy, had to close their practice. You're going to run into those. And those types of doctors are people just like you and me, like we said, that have faced certain struggles like we all have in our businesses, and you can talk to them and give them this opportunity with Monat. But I always say this bottle represents, I'm not selling shampoo, I'm selling self-confidence and self-esteem. And I always tell people from just an opportunity standpoint, what's in this bottle to me is freedom. And I am seeing firsthand the kind of freedom this can create. You guys, I just got back from an amazing trip from Brazil, and we were there for about, almost 2 weeks. I was able to talk to a lot of you while I was there remotely, do the business from there, and Monat paid for the whole thing, meaning the Mo Money card that you're going to get, and for those of you that are new, like Marcus and Stanley, you guys get excited for your Mo Money card. And Melanie just jumped on, and I know her Mo Money card just got loaded with some good bonus money because she went up this past month to MMB, probably shooting for AMM this month, and is looking at that $1,500 bonus. So give me a shout out, Melanie, if you're happy with your bonus. And if everybody else is happy that Melanie got a bonus, give me a shout out, give me some love. And let me tell you guys, the bonus structure for this company is fantastic. But they put your money on your Mo Money card. So what's really cool is you can use that to travel. You can use that to buy things for your family. And it is fantastic. So this trip, I choose my life right now for what I want more of in my life is more experiences. And to be able to have, all right, Marcus got his today. I want to be able to have more experiences. I don't need a lot of stuff, but I do like to travel, and I want to be able to have great trips. I want to be able to have experiences with my friends, my family, my loved ones. And that's really what I see this opportunity with Monat representing for me. And I know some of you guys have, some of you guys might want to buy homes. Some of you might want to, buy a boat, buy a car. I know some of you do this for the shoe fund money, And so it's really, really cool. Way to go, Melanie. That's a shout out from Jessica. You guys, Jessica Cunningham is in Nashville and she is tearing it up. Love, she just added Stanley to her team. Stanley may be coming down and joining us on Monday. This is really such a great thing for me because I've been with this probably a little over a year. I've now had the opportunity to pretty much almost be full-time. I'm not quite there yet. I'm doing my consulting still, which I will continue to do because it's too much fun and it's a great crossover to this. Still helping over at Blue as well. And Jessica said she needs a lot of stuff. So that's good. If you're into the stuff, by all means, this is a good way to get a lot of stuff. Julie Stevens, who's always a wonderful mentor for me. She's the one that really, she and Julie Smith are who got me engaged with Monat. When I met Julie Stevens 1 year ago, you guys, I talked to her and I was in Fairhope with Marcus. And I was at a class that Dr. Ronald's gave. I remember sitting on the steps talking to Julie Stevens, her telling me, she goes, my whole life has changed in the last 8 months. This whole thing has taken off. She'd been with Monat since they started. And I said, well, tell me, how's it coming for you? And I said, what kind of income are you doing with it? Of course, that was my burning question that I wanted to know. She said, my income last month was, and you guys, it was well into 5 figures. Okay, about half of a strong 6-figure number at the time. She's now well over 6 figures a month. That is in less than 3 years. That is unprecedented in any type of world that you're in business-wise. And so you're in an opportunity with network marketing. And be proud that you're represented in an industry that's a $200 billion industry, because I think so many times, because network marketing in the past has had some bit of negative connotation at times, you guys think about today's world, we're doing business so differently than we used to. Who would have thought, 5 years ago or maybe 10 years ago at the most, I would have jumped in some stranger's car and gone from Midtown Atlanta to Buckhead for $10, Uber. And the nice thing is, with something like Uber, they have no inventory cost. We're the same way. We have no inventory costs. The marketing dollars are put back in your pocket as a commission-based rep. How great is that? So there's some ways these days where businesses are coming in and they're being disruptive in the industry. We are creating disruption in a good way, and I think we're scaring a lot of people. There's a lot of companies that are hiring people to post negative things about Monat. There's bloggers out there that are being hired on the down low to try to get out there and stir up bullshit about Monat. So you stay strong and know that you're representing a damn good brand and a damn good company, because once again, this is self-esteem and confidence in a bottle, and to me it represents freedom. Yes, there's always going to be haters. When you're on top, and Monat has gotten on top really fast, it's good to be in that position, but you're always going to have people trying to bring you down. You know what? Bring it. That's okay. I'm ready for it. So you know what? You're not going to be able to please everybody. That's okay. There's plenty of us out there that are looking for a better way. Maybe network marketing is not the best way, but I'll tell you right now, I've been in medical sales by myself, where I was out there on my own, did great, but I was still on my own and I could only generate so much income. At the end of the day, if you can help build a team that you get residual off all that, that's a better way to me. I've owned my own business. When you own your own business, it has a lot of great things, but it also has a lot of challenges, and you're the last one to pay yourself. So if you think about just what the network marketing industry can be for you, you can create this as big as you want, and so it's really up to you. And some of us have started little by little, like myself. Heck, 8 months I was not doing anything. I was using the product and I was getting it for some doctors. And then when I talked to Julie Stevens, I said, okay, it's time. So sometimes it takes us a little while. And so now I'm at that point where in 12 months, not only have I been able to generate, a good income enough for me to move over to do this full time. I've gotten a Cadillac, a trip to Las Vegas, a cruise, and I'm helping you guys create some of that for yourself. And that's unbelievable for me. That is my most favorite thing, is being able to create more financial freedom for everybody. So that's just in a nutshell. I'm excited. Some of us, including myself, our months maybe start a little bit slower than we would have liked. It's okay. You guys just stay the course and be consistent. My numbers are not where I was hoping for this month. So I kicked myself in the ass on Monday and said, okay, I need to post more. I need to get out there more, and I just need to talk it up. And so that's what it takes. If we're not talking it up or we're not creating action literally on a daily basis, and it could be 10 minutes of action, but as long as you're creating some type of action with this business, you're going to be successful. Because if you stay consistent like Julie Smith has in 2 years, a little over 2 years, she's in SED making well over, easily 6 figures, probably pushing 7 figures now. That's insane. And that's the opportunity. So tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about the medical profession and how we could, if you are interested in, having some doctors or some med spas or some good practices on your team, give me a shout out. Let me hear it. I want to know, give me some love that this is something that you are interested in doing, because there's a lot of opportunity. And I will give you an example. Dr. Griffin, who I found out about Monat from, and I posted on our team, our page, our hair growth page, that a video that he did. I asked him yesterday, I said, tell me a little about your experience with Monat. You guys, this is a dermatologist that has been creating potions and all kinds of things for years, making a lot of money with his compounded potions, loves this stuff. All right, Sheila says, I am. Marcus says, I am good. Hey, Donna, how are you doing? And you guys, Donna Woodruff, she is tearing it up as well. And I love all the people in Jacksonville that are doing great. Laura said she's interested. Yeppers from Jessica, that's awesome. So here's the thing. With doctors like Dr. Griffin, they ordered, I want to say 2 months ago, in 1 month, over $3,000 in product. So if you can help them, and you're going to need to put yourself in a role of a consultant, okay? And you're going to need to provide some materials and resources to them, some that I'll show you tonight. And all of this I'm going to help, but I need your help too. So if you have ideas, we'll talk to Dr. Rathbone in just a few minutes. But you're going to need to do some hand holding. You're not going to be able to just set them up and think they're going to take care of everything themselves. They may have a good office manager that's going to order online, but be a consultant. Get in there. Terry Mullen's a great example for you guys to look at. She has a few hormone specialists and some doctors that are doing really well. And it's going to take you being in front of them. They get inundated by reps and all kinds of things that go on in their practice. And Dr. Rathbone can tell you, I will tell you right now, the doctors that are going to be the ones that actually decide to get into the business, and don't be afraid to talk to them, because I will tell you right now, don't prejudge. I think you've learned early on who may be interested in this opportunity. You've got something that's very, very unique to offer them. And if they are the type of open-minded doctors and professionals and people just like you, they see the opportunity. They not only can generate some good income by offering it in their practice, but also outside of their practice to help build a business. Heck, they might have a significant other, husband, wife, that may be great to partner with them. And that's happened with me, with Dr. Ruff in DC. His wife is very interested, and they're going to be joining soon. They're a plastic surgery group in Washington, DC, under Erwin Gomez, who's up there with us. So just to not take too much more time, I am going to go ahead and bring Dr. Rathbone on the phone here. You got to bear with me, you guys, because I feel like the stock trader with all of this technology. But we're going to be talking to Dr. Pam Rathbone, and I'm going to bring the phone over here and turn this around. Okay, here's Dr. Rathbone, everyone. How are you? This is Dr. Pam Rathbone, team. All right, hey, can you hear us okay?
I can hear you, yeah. I can hear you well.
Okay, hey, team, can you guys give me a shout out if you can hear Dr. Rathbone okay? I think we can hear you pretty good, Dr. Rathbone.
Just call me Pam.
Okay, so Pam, I have been so excited to get a chance for you to share some of, your experience with us. A little bit, maybe just even about your background. It was fun for me today. This is the second doctor I've had on FaceTime today. We were talking to Dr. Runnels earlier because, so Marcus said he can hear, Sheila can hear, Laura can hear. Okay, that's good. Everybody can hear her. That's wonderful. And I'll stop talking here in a second. But it was really fun because Dr. Runnels today, who is now on our Monat team, you guys, that's how I met Dr. Rathbone. Dr. Rathbone and I haven't met in person, but my butt will be out in Portland probably by March, I would say at the latest, helping you guys continue to grow your team. And Dr. Rathbone and I met because she ended up getting a microneedling device over the internet from me, and the rest is history. It's been true love ever since.
Right. That's right.
So tell us a little bit just about your background, and then kind of how you got into the type of practice that you're doing now, and then how that led into Monat.
Well, I do women's health, and I've been working in women's health for the last 25 years. And how I met John was that I have been one of the unfortunate individuals that have had a pelvic mesh mess and ended up with 13 surgeries as a result of it.
Wow.
And so I was determined to find another option for women other than mesh. And so I started doing my research, and Reynolds offered a online way to learn how to do mesh. And so my naturopathic buddy and I did that, but then I decided if I was really going to get involved with it, that I was going to go down to Alabama and learn how to do it from the experts. So I did that. And so when I went to Alabama, he gave us all of these resources that we could call to get the best options. And so John's name was in the book, and they told me that John was the best rep. And so I called him, and
Oh, I'm going to have to bring lunch to them now that you just told me that. They said I was the best rep. So Marcus, I'm bringing you lunch. And by the way, Marcus Walker, who works with Dr. Reynolds, he shouted out, he said, O-Shot. So is that what you were down there learning, the O-Shot?
Oh, yeah, the O-Shot, because the O-Shot is absolutely phenomenal for stress incontinence. And so that's the first line therapy, as far as I'm concerned, for stress incontinence, for urinary leakage, because the platelets build up. They stimulate 7 different growth factors, and it stops urinary leakage.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have another option for women other than sending them to Urogyne to have the horrors of mesh inserted. So anyway, that's how I met you.
Mm-hmm.
And you sent me the pictures of the hair regrowth with Monat, and and this is true, I'm not blowing smoke, I have never been so excited about a product in 25 years as I have Monat. I mean, there hasn't been a product that I've been able to offer patients like this.
Wow.
And so as your team is trying to entice or get their foot in the door with other providers, the having an iPad or having the pictures of clients, showing them the true growth of hair, that's the key. Because none of us are in healthcare anymore for the money, because
right.
the insurance companies have made it an absolute nightmare. So the only reason we're in it is to help patients. And so talking to them about how they can help patients is the way to hook them. That's how John hooked me. Because I don't care about the Cadillac, because then I would sorry, John, I would be downgrade.
I'll still give you a ride in the Cadillac, though. Don't worry.
Okay, so I'll give you a ride in my Mercedes.
Okay, right? That sounds like Terry. I love it. Okay.
But it's the ability to help patients, because Monat works. It doesn't matter if it's their thyroid. It doesn't matter if it's genetic. It doesn't matter if it's from low iron. It doesn't matter if it's alopecia. It doesn't matter if it's cancer. And it doesn't matter if it's medication related, because I told Julie I was going to do a YouTube, and I haven't done it yet. I was put on a blood thinner, and I had started to get my hair back by using Monat after all of those surgeries, and I have my hair again, and then I was put on this freaking blood thinner, and my hair falling out.
Wow.
And SP3 I had poo-pooed for always, because I have a whole bunch of students in the office, and I thought, okay, it's just another vitamin. So when my hair...
So wait, can I interject, you guys? This is how a doctor thinks, just right so you know. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I did, because, you know, I spent a lot of years working directly with naturopaths in an integrated office, and so I'm very particular about something. And so anyway, I started using that SP3, and literally within 1 week, my hair stopped falling out.
Wow.
So you can really encourage your clients or the other providers that you're working with to promote the SP3, because it will work, and it has to be that special way that they use the MSM and the aloe and whatever their secret is in that product.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
kid you not, it works.
Well, and that's really good to hear, because I think a lot of us focus so much on just the topical hair care without the internal supplement component. I think it's a really good. And by the way, Aisha just said hi. You guys, just so you know, Aisha Straussbaugh, did I get their last name right? I sometimes only say, yeah. Straussbaugh, that is, yeah, she is a stylist, and she is on Pam's team, and she is doing phenomenal. So I'm excited to get out there and you know, help all of you guys and have some fun. But you've done a great job helping, you know, get Aisha going and building a great team.
Well, she's one of my sweethearts. I've known Aisha for 20-some years.
That's awesome.
But you guys, I would, you know, the endocrinologists I would probably stay away from. The physicians or specialists that are very straight-laced, very conventional medicine are probably going to be very hardcore and difficult to, you know, break into. Dermatology, family practice, people that are working in functional medicine or integrative medicine are open to new and interesting ideas. But, you know, John hooked me when he was showing me the pictures of the hair growth. He hooked me when he was showing me how I could help my patients. And so as far as how I would recommend that you approach anybody in medicine, it's approach them by saying there's a new anti-aging, 100% natural. Make sure you have the information from Princeton, because they're going to want to know that it's been researched. And I would also have that paper that Julie sent us that compares Monat to the Rogaine and Propecia.
Okay.
And it shows side effects, you know, from Rogaine and Propecia. I mean, those are drugs.
Right.
And so we're putting drugs on hair. And granted, it's not very often that you get those side effects, but I mean, Propecia theoretically can cause breast cancer in men.
Yeah,
So,
I know some dermatologists, and it also, I think, has some potential emotional or psych concerns. And I know some dermatologists here in town that will not prescribe it anymore.
yeah, I mean, so, and that's all printed out on a nice, you know, 8x10 piece of paper. So, you know, you can leave that with them.
Right.
I mean, there are absolute health concerns about those drugs. And we have a product that has absolutely, you know, I did have one client that had seem to have an allergic reaction to it. And just because it's all natural doesn't mean that you can't have an allergic reaction to it.
Right.
I mean, I'm allergic to arnica. I mean, just because something's natural doesn't mean that there isn't a potential, but it is 100% natural. There
Yeah.
isn't any.
And Monat's, the terminology that they typically use is naturally based, because of some of the ingredients for, that do help the product stay on the shelf, longer, I guess has a little bit of preservative. So, you may find, like Aisha, somebody could have some type of allergy, but you can't get 100% of the people. But you're right. For the most part, it works for everybody.
Right. I just think it's an absolutely awesome product. And again, it may not work for 100% of the people, but, I don't know, just like I said, in 25 years, I've never found anything like it.
That's great.
So, but the other thing, don't forget, the other thing is, because we are under such a tight timeline and needing to see so many patients in order to just keep the doors open, point out to them that if they will sponsor some of their staff can then do the legwork and signing people up and following up with people. And so it's relatively then inexpensive if they'll pay the $300 and sign their staff up. At least the staff that they feel are motivated and devoted to the practice, then their staff can make money. So if they can't afford to be giving their staff a bunch of raises, and this is especially important for like family practice, because reimbursement from insurance companies sucks pond water.
Right, exactly.
So, I mean, it does.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't hardly make a living. I mean, welders make more money than family practice. But so this is a way for them to allow their staff to make money without giving them a raise.
Yeah. And you're watching that firsthand. I had my front desk. Yeah, like Danielle, my front desk girl at Kadidia who worked with us, she made $800 her first month. So she was a single mom, 2 kids, and that was huge. I could only pay her X amount per hour. And when she decided she wanted to do the business, and then, the cool thing is we actually put the business under the staff last. So that's how the business signed up. So that was kind of a cool strategy. But yeah, you are always my example of never prejudge somebody who may be interested in the opportunity from a business perspective, because I used to be a little hesitant to talk to the physician about the network marketing component and things like that. So it was Julie Smith when I was in Houston that said, you know what, you were already using Monat, but I didn't really talk to you about the business part of it. And then Julie said, you should talk to Pam. She sounds very interested. And that's when we did. And so I was curious, like kind of how I broke through that barrier for myself, because I broke down the judgment wall of saying this person's too busy, she's not going to have time. That was my thought with doctors. How would you, from a busy doctor standpoint, you just kind of laid out a strategy. I talked to them about getting their staff on board. Is that the best approach? Like when it comes to talking to a doctor about the actual business opportunity with the residual income potential?
Well, because using their staff, because I don't, I go from room to room to room with patients. And so what I'll do is I have brochures in the exam room. Mm-hmm. And I have brochures with the pictures, and I have brochures with information about Monat. I also have a picture frame out in the waiting room with the revolving pictures, so they're seeing Monat. And then I will talk to patients about it, but when it comes to signing up and doing all of do you want to be a VIP or do you want to be a market partner, I turn them over to staff.
Right, okay.
Because I do not have the time to do that. And but I would caution them to talk to the providers about, don't just be cautious about which staff members you sign up.
Okay.
Because what I have found is that you want to really sign up staff that are devoted to the practice,
right?
Because it can kind of backfire. It can kind of backfire a little bit,
okay.
And that they need to be very clear when they're, who signs up who under who,
right.
And what the goals are.
Okay. Yeah, what I did in my practice, and this is kind of what I recommended even with Dr. Reynolds, and you may have done the same, is, because we had set up the practice, I was set up myself as an individual. And then, of course, I was going to build, a team. And then from the business standpoint, we set up the staff. I asked the staff, I met with them. I said, hey, whoever is interested in looking to do this, as a business, you can build income outside of the practice. But inside the practice, you're there to promote Monat. You can sign up VIPs under yourself. And, I wanted them to, if they talk to somebody, I'd let them put them under them as a VIP, because I was going to benefit no matter what, because I was up at the top. But then the actual business, we signed up with their tax ID under all the people that wanted to jump in. So I had 3 of my 8 staff that wanted to do the business, my front desk manager, the PA, Farina, who's great, and then Laura, and she's not really done much. But the cool thing is, when the practice, then we signed the business up underneath, they were all engaged to promote, because they knew if the practice sold something off the shelf, they were going to make money. So that's the way I set it up. I'm not sure that I just kind of did a straight line.
Okay. See, and I guess I didn't sign it up that way. It probably would have been better if I had. But from a provider standpoint, taking care of patients it has to be the top priority.
Exactly.
For us. And so the time involved in the financial aspect was almost too overwhelming for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I hadn't had Danielle has just been my...
She's amazing.
She is amazing. And she's got 4 kids, and she works, and she has spent hours and hours and hours and hours at night just memorizing the Monat website.
Are you kidding me? She's who I watch. I'll be in bed at 1:00 watching Danielle's live Facebook, washing her kid's hair in the sink. I'm enthralled with her. You guys, if you guys have not checked out Danielle Anderson, she is on Dr. Rathbone's team. She works in Dr. Rathbone's office. She has done an amazing job with building. She's a perfect example of how you can use social media. She's not been afraid at all to just get out there. She will show herself in the bathroom using the product. She'll wash her kid's hair in the sink. I so am impressed with what she's doing, and she's growing a following.
Well, and I tried to get her involved with Monat initially,
mm-hmm.
and she's like, I am black, and it isn't going to work for my hair. And then I get this text at 10 o'clock at night, and she's like, oh my God. And she had washed her hair with it. She starts texting me these pictures, and ever since that night, she has been on fire.
Yep.
Because it made such a huge difference. But she just saves my life with this, because she knows the financial aspects of it inside and out.
Right. So I think that's a good point for people. And there's a couple questions I was gonna the team was asking, but it's really for somebody who's, if you're for lack of a better word, cold calling on a doctor's office. Don't hesitate to get. One of the things I learned doing this with working with doctors' offices is get to know that front desk and that gatekeeper, so to speak. Get the samples to them. Get them to be your friend and let them try the product, because they can be the person to get it in front of the doctor eventually.
Right, because we just don't. I was absolutely in love with it, but it would not have taken off the way it has if Danielle hadn't been so in love with it. Because right. I can tell patients, and I would have sold it to patients, but as far as the building of the business would not, I couldn't have done that simply because of time.
Right. No, exactly. Well, a couple questions that we had. First of all, Marcus and some of the people were wanting the studies. You guys, I will be sending an email out, and please let me know if you get it. It will be a copy of the studies in a Dropbox file, so you can get those. I don't think the studies are in the back office. A lot of other stuff is, but I didn't find them back there. And then Jessica, I want to know, Pam, what other products were you using besides the S3 when your hair stopped falling out?
I have a product in the office called, you mean what?
Like, I think she was using what other Monat products maybe were you, like what hair?
I think the IRT, IRT shampoo and the IRT conditioner and just the spray.
Okay. Well, that's good. And then Laura was asking, Laura, we'll get so that sheet that Julie did with compares to Rogaine, you guys, if you're not checking the Team Hair Growth or Team Hair Revival, Julie is actually much more active than me with posting. She posts all this stuff on their page.
Yeah. Oh, Julie Bates, she's a rock star. She's John's upline.
Right. She is my idol. She's my inspiration. and you guys, she is so supportive. She's been the one that's helped me so much with with Pam as well.
Yeah, she knows Monet inside and out.
So we won't take up too much more of your time, but Melanie had a question. Melanie has Dr. Moon on her team, and Dr. Moon also was an attendee of Dr. Runnell's course. Dr. Mari Moon, I'm not sure if you've know that name, but she's on our team. She is doing phenomenal as well. She's probably getting ready to hit MMB like you have already hit. And Melanie said, how do you get in with the doc and what interests them most? Like that initial kind of what's going to interest them the most?
I only see women, and as women, we always feel better when our hair looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, all you have to do is look at a woman, and when she's bald, all you have to do is say, do you want some help with that?
Right.
It's helping patients feel better. I mean, that's the whole underlying issue.
Mm-hmm.
It is helping patients, helping women. I mean, some guys are concerned when they're losing their hair, but
I'm one of those.
Women in particular don't want to be losing hair. And women with PCOS, polycystic ovaries, women with thyroid dysfunction,
hey,
women
Gina.
with...
Yep. Well, and one of the, I totally agree. One of the things you said earlier, which I think is important for the team to know, and I want to encourage everybody, you guys, to go to the team. It's the Monat Hair Testimonials group on Facebook. It's a private group that almost all you should already be a member of. If not, let me know and I'll add your name. I try to add everybody. Your upline should be adding you because that has over 220,000 testimonials now. When I started, it had 15,000, Pam. Now there's over 200,000. And these are people's personal stories with their before and afters. And what I'll do is I'll save those in an album on my phone. And then I'll send them like I sent them to you and let the pictures do the talking.
That's what sold. That's how John sold me.
Mm-hmm.
Was I just I printed out all of those pictures, and so you take those pictures and you show those physicians those pictures. Yeah. That's all you have to do. And that's all you have to do is show them those pictures.
Right.
And that's what sells it.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, that's what sells it.
Well, I wanted to tell you, Pam, were there any other, final words of wisdom or anything else that you wanted to tell our team? I wanted to tell you thank you so much for, taking time out of your schedule and for coming on live with us. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you some more in the future, but just any parting words?
Just look at be selective in who you're going to talk to. Focus on the pictures and just be confident. Don't go in bashful. Just be confident, because you can be confident, because this product will not let you down. And do like John suggested, be generous with your samples and hook in with one of the staff and just go for it.
Great.
Because it doesn't hurt if they say no. As Danielle sells to the person that she bought her car from, to the bought the barista, it doesn't hurt if somebody tells you no.
Right. I think that's such great advice, because what's the worst that can happen? Somebody says no, and you move on. You move on. But there's another 1,000 people that are going to be intrigued, because I have found with this product, and it's very different than other network marketing products that are supplements or skincare stuff, people are interested in keeping their hair healthy. Everyone is.
Right. That's right. It doesn't cost them anymore because of the concentration of the product, and everybody washes their hair. So
exactly. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time. You're so generous to us. I am looking forward to actually meeting you in person and giving you a big hug and getting a ride in your Mercedes.
It's beautiful country, so come visit.
I know it is. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, Pam. Take care.
Bye.
Okay, you guys, what'd you think about that? We want to say big shout out to Dr. Rathbone for her time and for being so generous with her information. You guys, this is just the beginning. So keep in mind, we have some wonderful doctors already on our team. This is really a differential for you and your business, because Dr. Rathbone, I will tell you, she puts some good volume up. And a lot of it comes from her practice. And because her staff is on board with the practice, they're engaged, she's engaged, and it's a great thing. So when you get a chance, go ahead and follow Danielle Anderson, because I will sit in my bed watching her wash her kids' hair in the sink at night, or watch her doing something in her bathroom with her hair. And don't be afraid to do what she's doing, you guys, because she's building her business and she's doing it one viewer at a time on social media. You can have a whole business through social media if you're not afraid. Don't be afraid. I think that's the biggest thing that holds us back in anything in life is fear. But I did want to, I don't want to take up too much more of your time because we're already getting close to over 45 minutes with this, but I'm going to turn the camera around and show you a couple resources that I created. So these are some things that you can use with, let me see, hold on here. Let me see if I can see my screen. Okay. So for doctors, if you have a doctor's office that's interested, first of all, here's the clinical studies, okay? I will be emailing those to all of you guys. So be looking out. Thank you so much, Laura, for your feedback. You're very welcome. Same thing with you, Joy. We love you guys. Also, here's some that I did for dermatology associates. So this is a little 4x6 card. Keep it simple. This is like, Pam, you want this as well. So Dr. Griffin said, hey, I just want something I can check off. Like what I told them they wanted. And then, you know what? Let me go ahead and show me the website that I can have these people have future orders. So this is a nice little 4x6 card, talks about free shipping, says, okay, I'm sending you home with this one of these systems and, the oil, and this is what I'd recommend. And maybe the, patient leaves with nothing in their hand but the card, but at least they know what the recommendation is. So this is something that I'll upload that you can show your doctors. When you go into these med spas and practices, go in once again as a consultant. Once again, like Dr. Rathbone said, go in confident. You have something that no one else has. Some of them are going to be very skeptical. You heard Dr. Rathbone, even with the supplement. Doctors, I guess that is something they learn in school. You're going to find the same thing with the stylist, because especially with stylists, like, why do you know something more than me? Why don't I know about this? So they can be a bit putting off at first, but just be confident, okay? Know that you've got something that nobody else has, and you stand your ground when they push back a little bit, okay? So now here's another card that you can use. This is another 4x6 card, just a handout. This is one we did for blue. It's a lot of copy, but this is something that somebody's going to take home with them. It talks about the benefits of the program. If they want to do something more than just Monat, I can help them with that. So you can even go in and say, hey, we've got something that if you want, I can turn you on to one of our team leaders who has a consulting businesses for practices like yours. He had one for 10 years that he's recently sold. You guys, one of the things you'll learn with network marketing, use your stories. Tell stories. Talk about, you hear me talk about Julie Stevens and Julie Smith all the time and their success. And that's really what you want to do. Here's also something that I created yesterday. So this is a one-page order sheet. So I put the different product packs on here and some of the main products. You may not be able to see this too good, but we created it very simple because you don't want to make this confusing with all the systems and stuff. There's a few main things that grow hair. I spoke to Julie Smith about this, and this one pager is a little order sheet. They can put their date of birth, tax ID, all the things they would need to sign up for Monat. So you can go in there as a consultant and as a really almost like a vendor rep and help them do their order and be a consultant and go in there and help them place their first orders till either they have somebody in the practice that's really good at, doing this for them, or you maybe need to go by there every 2 weeks. But hell, when you go by there every 2 weeks, if you knew you're making, $500 a month off one business, hell yeah, you would. So this is another good thing to have that I can help you guys with as well. And then this is a little bit of detail, but this is something if somebody does want to go further and do microneedling and platelet-rich plasma that Dr. Runnels, I've created a few programs with Dr. Griffin's help. So you literally, if you want to be a true consultant to that practice, you will be able to go in and tell them, let me move this sucker around, tell them that you can help them make more money. And at the end of the day, doctors are running a business and they need to make more money, especially if it doesn't involve insurance. And so you can go in there with Monat and show them a great product to get great results, but you can also, if you want to, help them even further, and I'm happy to help you with this, take a little further. If they want to do an in-office hair regrowth program with microneedling, we can help with that. Monat is a great support. People spend thousands of dollars on these procedures, and right now they've been going home using Suave and other crud on their hair. So Monat's a great thing to offer, and that's something you can do for the dermatologist. You guys, Dr. Griffin's video is uploaded to our Team Hair Growth. Please make sure that is just for our group right now. He's not giving me permission to use that outside of our group, but put it on your phone, save it, show it to doctors, show it to other people. 35-year hair restoration dermatologist. Very impressive. We will be getting some more testimonials, one from Dr. Rathbone that you can use. Also a testimonial from Dr. Moon. She gave me one the other day. She's down there in Jacksonville and she has a functional medicine, integrative medicine. And then what I'm gonna do is all these sheets, Laura, and all these cards, I'm gonna upload those. You guys, can show these to the doctor, and if they want something like this, what I can do is probably get the file for you. I had a graphic designer that did some of this, and just have them change it. One is like an email blast that they could use, because you need to go in there as a consultant and say, hey, I also have some marketing support for you, and here is a card that you can use. Here's a idea of an email blast, because I will tell you right now, doctors are terrible at marketing. They don't go to school for that, and if they've got probably a cash-based business they've had to learn, or they've brought somebody in or hired a marketing company, so you may end up talking to them. So I will tell you right now, it's worth the effort in this field, because two things. One, you're going to bring somebody on your team. If it's a practice, it's very credible, allow you to offer that practice as a reference or referral. How great is that to have Dr. Rathbone as a reference? I'm sure she'd be happy to talk to, if she keeps a busy schedule, but if you've got a doctor that maybe wants to talk to another doctor, we can set that up as well. We're building a phenomenal network of medical professionals with this. So with that, I just wanted to see what other questions, because we're getting close to an hour, so I appreciate you guys holding on, and I ran out of wine, so it's time to probably end this this chat. But I will be getting some resources. I'm going to send an email out hopefully tonight, if not tomorrow. But I noticed, I think in the Team Hair Growth, I can upload files, believe it or not, to the group page. A lot of these things will not be found on the back office because I'm creating a lot of these things, and then some of y'all are helping, like Terry, and help me create some of this stuff too. Now, the other thing, don't forget upcoming events this weekend, Saturday, Fairhope is launching. I'm very excited about that. So gonna be there to support them. We have a wonderful group of ladies launching on Renee Noor's team this 21st on Sunday. You know, would love for anybody that wants to attend that hasn't done a launch or wants to invite people. This is gonna be a powerhouse. I already have over 50 RSVPs. Renee, way to go. You're doing a fantastic job. Then on Monday, the 22nd, is going to be Sally. Yeah, that's right. Sally's down there in Fairhope as well, you guys. And yes, my goal is to get my butt down there, Marcus. I got to make it happen and support you guys. I love you guys. And then also on the 22nd, got to be back here in Atlanta because we have our Salon Professionals Education. So if you're in Nashville, Jessica, I'm talking to you, and you want to have more stylists, you know, let's do an education once a month. DC too. I'm coming up there, Joy. It's going to be fun. So you guys make sure, you know, if you're interested in doing some more of these things, like specific targeted groups. So you've got doctors, you've got med spas. That's all one group. You got hormone specialists, functional medicine, like that. You know, think about those types of medical professionals. Then you have the salon industry. Then, you know, I will tell you who's probably going to grow your business the most is going to be the person that has the biggest why. And what I have found, it's not typically the two groups we're talking about. A lot of times it's a single mom who has 2 kids and she's trying to make ends meet. Or it's somebody that's gone through some type of difficulty in their life, or somebody that's wanting something better for themselves, like myself. You know, I was like, okay, even though, you know, I felt like things were going pretty good, I knew I wasn't happy all the way. I knew I wanted more freedom. I knew I wanted to just have something different. So you're going to find more people like that are really probably going to be your biggest producers, you know? So think about your business as this multifaceted, you know, almost like a web, you know, and you have these different legs, and you can say, okay, I'm going to spend a little time there, and, you know, and then, you know, see what ends up producing the most for you. But use the support of myself, use the support of some of our great team, and, you know, use our team page. I'd love to see more posts on there as to what's going on with you guys. You know, what events, if you've got a Meet Monat or something coming up, please post it up there so that we can share that. If you're at a managing market builder level or higher, I highly encourage you. I started this group last year. To start your own group, okay, and get things going. Start building that team. This business is all about duplication. So your goal is to learn, absorb, do the best you can to learn, and then you need to teach it to your fellow team members, because that will allow you to achieve financial success like you've never dreamed possible by teaching duplication, okay? And so I just want to let you guys know, we talked about doctors tonight. We talked about some different events. I'm gonna have some resources attached related to this. And if you're Coco Loco, yes I am. And so I wanted to tell you guys, that was from Suzanne, by the way, and she's doing fantastic. Some of you are going for some double bonuses this month. I want to see it happen, okay? So I'm looking forward to helping you. You guys have a great evening. Thanks again for tuning in. I've got to go get more wine now. Have a great night. Bye-bye.